Hello, my name is Danette De Leon, and welcome to the residences at Mandarin Oriental, Miami. Follow me. So, this is the 5.2 acres of land where both towers will be developed. This is really one of the defining features of this project, is that you cannot find anywhere from Palm Beach to Miami 5.2 acres of land to be developed on a private island off of the mainland of Miami anywhere. So this is what makes this project very unique. In essence, you have a tower which is on the tip of an island, which makes it so that every single line in the building will have unobstructed water views forever. This is what separates this from any other project in Miami currently, because usually in Miami, the projects have, a couple of lines which have the premium views, and then you have some other lines which have city views or not so pretty views. This is not the case here, okay? So again, defining feature of this project. Now, let's get a little bit technical and I will show you how you ingress in the project. So this is the bridge that separates the mainland of Miami. Brickell would be over here, the financial district. And this is how you come into the island. As soon as you come in, you have this way for the private residences and this way for the hotel. In essence, there is a separation in between the traffic of the hotel and the residential tower so that everything is more seamless. Okay, now here you have 160,000 square feet of amenities between the hotel and the residential component. You have many pools. You have the signature Mandarin spa. You have many food and beverage options. It's really too much to talk about. So we'll focus on the residential components. And if you want more details on the amenities and the offerings, then we can get in touch. Okay, so hotel, the new North American flagship for the Mandarin Oriental brand. In essence, they're pulling out all the cards for this. Their most luxurious and best hotel yet in the United States of America. This will be it, okay? 450 feet tall. Now the residential tower, 850 feet tall, about almost double the height. Now here, as you can see, the tower stands on the tip of the island. Its orientation is southeast, okay? Now, let's talk about the different residential components of the project, which is going to be very easy to explain because the developer has divided it into 4 collections, as they call it. Collection 1, which is going to be from the 5th to the 31st floor, 5 residences per floor, smallest being a 2-bedroom with 2,333 square feet of interior space, and the largest being a 3-bedroom, which is 3,200 square feet of interior space. Okay, now, very important to note, when I say 5 residences per floor, this does not mean that there's any shared hallway or component where you see your neighbors. No resident connects to each other, and each residence has their private elevator foyer and private elevator entry, okay? So collection 2, which is going to be from the 33rd floor to the 47th floor, this is going to be 4 residences per floor. Now, basically, we take 1 residence out, which is the middle residence here, and each and every single residence becomes a corner unit. So you're going to have a 4-bedroom in the 01 line, a 3-bedroom in the 02 line, a 3-bedroom in the 04 line, which is here, and a 3-bedroom as well in the 03 line. Okay? Now, collection 3, this is where things become interesting. Essentially, as you go up the building, they take out one residence and the residents become larger. So collection 3 is getting to the upper tier of the building here, okay? And it has 3 residences per floor. You have a very interesting residence, which is a 2-bedroom, which is up here, which we don't see this in Miami today. You cannot really find a 2-bedroom residence on such a high floor. And then you have a 2-corner flow-through residences, which is the O1, which goes from here to here, and the O2, which goes from here to here, okay? And then the last tier of the building, which is collection 4, it's going to be 2 residences per floor, basically half and half. So 1/2 O2, 1/2 O1. They're about 4,600 to 4,800 square feet, depending on where in the tower, because as you go up the tower, it gets a little bit smaller. And now, mind you, there's 10 of these in the building, and 7 of them are already sold. The building is currently 55% sold. This is a testament. This tells you what the appetite for residential components, for size and for type of residences is in Miami today. Usually these residences would sell last in previous cycles, but today in Miami, people are looking for single family replacement options. They're looking for large residences in these types of projects. Okay, now as we come over here, you're going to see one of the private residential pools. There's going to be a restaurant right there next to the pool area. There's going to be servicing the pool and its surroundings. Everything in the building, in the private residential tower, is going to be serviced by the hotel, okay? And the employees are going to wear the Mandarin Oriental badge, and they're going to be trained by the Mandarin Oriental. Now, one of the other defining features of this project is that this essentially is your last opportunity to own a new residential component on the island. This is the last lot that can be developed on the island of Brickell Key today. And very important to note, the developer, Swire, they have developed 12 of the 14 buildings currently on the island. So a lot of buyers, you know, they don't really look at who the developer is, which I think it's a big mistake, because you have to look at who's making this happen. And Swire is definitely a developer that can pull this off. They have experience building on the island. They own the island, they bought off the island. They have owned this lot for 45 years, and they built Brickell City Center here in Brickell, which is a defining feature that put Brickell on the map, that made Brickell what it is today. Welcome to the model unit. So we are standing here in the kitchen of a model 3-bedroom apartment in the residential tower. Now, every single material that is going to be used in this project is of the finest quality. There are no cheap materials anywhere, no porcelain, nothing. Everything is going to be natural stone, travertine, real wood, marble. As you can see here, all of the cabinetry is going to be by Molteni & C, straight from Italy. They are making most of the spec high-end homes on the water in Miami right now, and only the truly high-end luxury projects. The appliances are going to be German by Gaggenau. Obviously, they're a very recognizable brand. They've been around for a while. And look at how beautiful the colors are. You know, everything is timeless, and you have that Asian elegance. I just love it. So now, a very important thing to note is that the developer didn't have enough space here in this area, in this land, to build the actual representation of the residents because they're so large. So the kitchen, for example, is actually much longer than this. And I will show you in some pictures where actually it is 5 feet longer, because there's a lower table that comes delivered with every single residence, which is an area where you can have breakfast. and you can actually choose it to be the same stone as the rest of the kitchen or real wood. It's something that's very beautiful. But again, the most important thing to note is that the kitchens are actually much larger and much longer that is represented here. Another thing that is important is that these floor to ceiling glass panels that you see here, they actually come all the way up to the kitchen cabinetry on this side, okay? So they are much longer. There's not going to be any drywall in the kitchen here, so the views are going to be more expansive. Now, everything that you see here has been handpicked by Tristan Auer. He's from France, or Tristan Auer, as they call him back home. He is a very talented designer. He has done very impressive projects in France. The Hotel Crillon is one of his recognizable works, and everything is just so beautiful, so elegant, so timeless. These cream colors, I just love it. It's really gorgeous. Now, one thing that also makes this project special is the floor to ceiling height, which is 11 feet, which is a standard feature in every single residence, even the smallest residence. This is why, in essence, the project is 66 stories, but is 850 feet, which is truly 80 stories worth of height, because the ceiling heights are so tall. Come, let me show you the master bedroom. Before we go there though, there's this midnight bar that is included in every single residence next to the master for your convenience. I love that. This is the representation of the typical master bedroom size in the residences at Mandarin Oriental Miami. As you can see, it's very large because the developer believes that true luxury is space. And you will see that when we walk out there in a little bit, the size of the balconies are just immense. They're up to 12 feet deep, and some of them are even 1,300 square feet, which is unheard of. Again, the magic touch of Tristan Auer everywhere. You see these design elements of cream and timeless Asian elegance. Follow me this way. So, one of the things that I love about this project is also the encasings on each and every single doors, floor to ceiling doors everywhere in the residences, and they're going to be encased in this real wood or Italian travertine, which is just so beautiful. They call these portals. I've never seen this before in Miami. It's these details that really, make this project different from anything else that we've seen in Miami. So we are standing in the master closet, which is going to be delivered as you see it here. The glass, the metal, the shelving. Even if you look up to the ceiling, this design elements in the ceiling, even that is going to be included in the master closet. Beautiful. Welcome to the master bathroom at the residences at Mandarin Oriental Miami. Beautiful design elements, colors, and textures. Standard in the shower areas, 2 rain showers, freestanding tub, everything by the German master maker Dornbrecht. Come, let me show you another incredible feature of this project, which are the massive terraces. So this terrace is about 1,100 square feet, which is a standard terrace in the residential component, the residential tower. Now you can see here the massive 12-foot deep terraces that make this such a cool space where you can actually have some outdoor furniture to entertain. Now, come around this area so you can see, because most terraces are wraparound. And one thing that is very special is that you're also going to have summer kitchens on the terraces, so you can actually cook outdoors. Now, look, there's much more to say about this project, obviously, but there's no way I can fit it all in a 15-20 minute video. And so I invite you to get in touch with me. Again, my name is Daniel De Leon, so we can talk further about the project if you're interested in this offering. And I do want to stress how unique this project is. There's a lot of new developments happening today in Miami, but none of them are on the private island, on the tip of an island, encompassing 5.2 acres. And only 4 of them in the core of Miami are on the water anyways. 95% of the projects in Miami are not waterfront. And so only that feature already makes this project unique, but you add on top of that the Mandarin brand, the location, the size of the land, the size of the apartments, the finishes. I mean, it is just spectacular. I invite you to get in touch with me if you want to be part of this unique offering and part of the most amazing residential project that has ever been presented or developed in the history of Miami.